All right, guys, one of my mentors told me once, he said, you want to be like a sniper rifle. You want to focus on one thing and be really good at it. Another one of my mentors told me you want to be like a shotgun. You want to basically shoot darts, throw a lot out there, and see what sticks. I think they're both right. But starting out in the book business, from my experience, you want to start like a shotgun. So all these are different sources. Once you find one that works, though, you want to zero in on that. Maybe this won't work in your city. Maybe this won't work. Maybe that won't work. But maybe these two do. And you can build $1 million book business off of that. Okay? So here are all the sources. This is just what I came up with in about 10 minutes. There's a lot more, but all of these have the potential to build $1 million businesses. Okay? Libraries, thrift stores, used bookstores, all these are all going to be your sources for bulk if you decide to go that route, and that'll keep you very busy. You know, getting gaylords, getting pallets of books. Free book pickups. This is almost like bulk because you're going to run into a lot of people that have huge personal collections, and I guarantee you those huge personal collections are going to be better quality books than a lot of thrift stores are going to be able to give you. You could do websites revolving around free book pickups. You could have a website revolving around paying people for their books, paying students for textbooks. Facebook Marketplace, Nextdoor, OfferUp, LetGo, Craigslist, cleanup companies, all these have the potential to really be replenishable. And what I mean by that, getting books time and time again. Now, some of these are going to require that you build a brand. The free book pickups, really all of them to an extent. But some of them are going to be easier than others. Maybe you got lucky and in your city you tapped into a library and you're getting bulk books from them and you're getting thousands of dollars profit per week through their gaylords. That's definitely a viable option. It's a lot of work, but it's a viable option. With the rest of these, especially with these types of hustles right here, essentially what these are channels for word of mouth. Okay, word of mouth used to not be like it is now. Now word of mouth is on steroids now because of all these apps we have, all these different websites. Word of mouth back in the day was people just talked about stuff. Now it can spread like wildfire because of these apps. So word of mouth is going to allow hustles like this to be replenishable. You're going to have too much to deal with pretty fast if you do it right and you're in a big city. Now, if you're in the middle of nowhere, maybe OfferUp, Nextdoor, these places won't work as well. Maybe you have to go a different route. You might have to go to different cities and buy bulk if you're like in the middle of the country. Cleanup companies. This is a golden nugget here. A lot of people don't know about this. Build connections with cleanup companies and liquidation companies, okay? That's obvious. If you're cool with those guys, tell them to call you up whenever they're closing out a place. They're going to call you and you're going to get thousands of books. College bookstores do a college buyback. We may get into this later, but setting up a college buyback. Go to a college one day, set up a table, get permission, and you could spend a couple $1,000s purchasing books from students, which could easily net a couple thousand profit. Recyclers. I have not experimented with this myself, but I know some people run their book businesses off of recyclers. You can get books super cheap. I actually had one call me up the other day, and I might be getting books for like 2 cents a pound. Now, they might all be trash. You don't know. We go back to the shooting darts analogy. You don't know what's going to work. You don't know what's going to stick. Okay? Funeral homes. I've never tried that one either, but I think building a relationship with them, a lot of people die. You could get their personal collections. Again, moving companies, closing bookstores, closing libraries, schools in general, middle schools, high schools. These places have books. I know a guy that runs a $4 million book business just from schools, just from K through 12. And he's getting pallets and pallets of textbooks. Places closing down, period. Who knows? There's so much stuff I'm not thinking about. But if businesses are closing down, there's a chance they have books. Getting books shipped to you pre-sorted. I'll have videos on this later, but using Scout IQ team mode for someone across the country to be able to scan these books for you and ship them to you, and then now you have books on your doorstep, pre-sorted, good to list. So all these are examples of replenishable sources, and you have to pick a few of these. All these aren't going to work. Some of them will. Focus on the ones that do. Peace out, guys. See you in the next video.